Greetings to everyone world over, wherever you're joining us from. All our brothers and sisters from different countries, different continents, we extend you a very hearty welcome on 23rd of December in the evening at 6:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So green morning, green afternoon, and green evening. We have come a very long way. The whole world has passed through a lot of difficulties, lot of challenges, lot of problems during this corona, during this pandemic. But you all are great warriors. You all have been very kind to take care of yourself and take care of others. Those are directly, indirectly in touch with you, associated with you. So, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of International Chamber for Service Industry, we extend you a very warm welcome. Today is the 475th webinar during this pandemic, making education relevant. आइए शिक्षा को प्रासंगिक बनाएं. It's a global confluence of all our brothers and sisters, intellectuals from world over. And today we have got a very distinguished guest, Madam Avantika Tiwari. She's a scholar and she's working on food and nutrition. And today the topic we have taken is complementary feeding. So she's going to share her thoughts and ideas and vision with us, all of us. We extend her a very warm welcome, and let me share a couple of slides with you before I hand you over to our distinguished guest of the evening. International Chamber for Service Industry, ICSI, which basically is a kind of a link between India and all the non-resident Indians. Those are world over different and they want to do something for India. They want to empower India. They want to enrich India. They can bring their expertise, their experiences, and their networking, and whatever field they are in, they would like to link and empower India the best possible way. With these words, ladies and gentlemen, let me just extend making education relevant on behalf of ICSI. And now let me go on to the next slide, which I wish to show all of you. ICSI is organizing more than 25 to 26 webinars per week. And all are related to education. All are related to teachers, counselors, principals, youth, and their health, their mental state, their physical fitness, their mental robustness, and they finding the right direction. At the same time, how to help them for startup, stand-up, entrepreneurship, self-employment, and at the same time, how do they remain motivated physically and mentally, and no stress, no anxiety, no depression. So a lot of deliberations are taken care of, and they are being organized by our chamber. Last 4 days of this month and this year, that is because this is the last month of the year, and at the same time, 28th, 29th, 30th, and 31st December, we will be talking with you on future of education. And onto this particular pedagogy, andragogy, vision, policy framework, कि शिक्षा कैसी होनी चाहिए, किसके लिए कैसी मात्रा में होनी चाहिए, शिक्षा के साथ आपकी स्किल्स कैसे जुड़ी होनी चाहिए, शिक्षा के साथ स्किल्स और कॉम्पिटेंसीज और उसके साथ आपकी एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप कैसे जुड़ी होनी चाहिए, स्कूल एजुकेशन में क्या होना चाहिए, हायर एजुकेशन में क्या होना चाहिए, वोकेशनल और टेक्निकल एजुकेशन में क्या होना चाहिए, इसका हम एक कर्टन रेजर कर रहे हैं 24, 25, 26 और 27 4 दिन 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th December at 12:30 in the afternoon, ताकि विश्व भर से सब लोग हमारे साथ जुड़ पाएं और इस प्रयास को, इस प्रोग्राम को हम आगे लेकर चल पाएं. और देखिए, अगर आप लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में देखेंगे तो आपको हरियाली, ग्रीनरी दिखाई देगी. वी नीड एग्रीकल्चर, वी नीड ग्रीनरी, वी नीड प्लांटेशन, वी नीड ऑक्सीजन. और अगर आप बीच में देख रहे हैं तो सूर्य की रोशनी जहां पड़ रही है, तो ये रास्ता है जहां पर एरो मार्क है कि भविष्य कैसा हो, कल कैसा हो, टुमारो कैसा हो, हम किस तरीके से अपने आप को एम्पावर करें, क्या एजुकेशन ले ताकि सामने से सूर्य उदय हो और हमें रोशनी मिले. व्हाट शुड बी द फ्यूचर ऑफ एजुकेशन. सो लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, आइए हम इस प्रयास में, डोंट फॉरगेट टू जॉइन अस फ्रॉम 12:30 फ्रॉम टुमारो. And then we come on to the entire research which we have carried till 20th of December, right from 25th of March, when the entire country went into total lockdown. So when we talk about it, your basic food, your basic health, and your basic education, all three have to be given priority. The golden triangle, the new order of the world. B2B is no more business to business. It is back to basics of life and sustainable development of the world. And our chamber strongly believes in whatsoever human mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Let's come together. Let's make education relevant. It's a global confluence. This particular platform is a global confluence of educators, motivators, technocrats, counselors, wellness experts, corporate, government administrators, and decision makers. Should you wish to be a panelist, should you wish to send any suggestion, you have got our email ID over here and we have got our WhatsApp number over here. You're more than welcome to send your suggestion. This evening, we are privileged. We have been joined by Madam Avantika Tiwari, and she's a scholar. She's working on food and nutrition, and she graduated in home science from Banasthali Vidyapith, and she's pursuing her master's in food and nutrition now from the Government Home Science College at Chandigarh. Chandigarh is a beautiful city, and she is a proud student of Home Science College, Chandigarh. Our special deep gratitudes and thanks to Dr. Ritu Pradhan, who had been a great support for bringing this entire vision and all the efforts and these youngsters and stakeholders together. With these words, ladies and gentlemen, join me in extending a very warm welcome to Madam Avantika Tiwari this evening, all the way. Hearty welcome, Avantika ma'am. It's a pleasure to
Thank you
have
so
you with.
much, sir.
Yeah. God bless you, beta. Let's share
Thank you,
your
sir.
vision. Let's share your vision. What do you want to tell the world? And how would you like to empower every child? And what exactly is complementary feeding?
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. I welcome to one and all present. I'm Avantika Tiwari, a student of MSc Foods and Nutrition from Government Home Science College, Chandigarh. The topic for today's learning is complementary feeding. जैसे कि आप जानते हैं कि बच्चे के जन्म के 6 महीने तक सिर्फ माँ का दूध ही पिलाना चाहिए। माँ का दूध पिलाना दोनों माँ के लिए और बच्चे के लिए लाभदायक होता है। आपके शिशु की सेहत आप पर निर्भर करती है। शिशु के जन्म के तुरंत बाद से लेकर पहले 6 महीने तक उसे सिर्फ माँ का दूध ही पिलाएं और दूध पिलाना 2 साल तक जारी रखें। माँ के दूध का लाभ शिशु के लिए पहले 6 महीने तक संपूर्ण पोषण मिलता है, सुरक्षित है एवं स्वास्थ्यकर है, इन्फेक्शन और एलर्जी से बचाव कराता है, आसानी से पच जाता है और शरीर को लगता भी है। शिशु का माँ से लगाव बढ़ता है, शिशु का मानसिक विकास होता है। माँ के दूध के लाभ माँ के लिए सेहत अच्छी रहती है, अनीमिया, स्तन और गर्भाशय के कैंसर से बचाता है। Now, what is complementary feeding? Complementary feeding is defined as the process starting when breastfed milk alone is no longer sufficient to meet the nutritional requirement of infants, and therefore other foods and liquids are needed along with breast milk. The target age range for complementary feeding is generally taken to be 6 to 24 months of age, even though breastfeeding may continue beyond 2 years. The timely incorporation of complementary food is very important because adding food too soon may take the place of breast milk, results in a low nutrient diet, increasing risk of illness, increasing mother's risk of pregnancy, and adding foods too late while child does not receive nutrients need, growth and development slows down or stops, risk of deficiencies and malnutrition increases, and increased risk of ill health. Now, there are certain guidelines for good complementary feeding. First is practice exclusive breastfeeding from birth to 6 months of age and introduce complementary foods at 6 months of age, that is 180 days, while continuing to breastfeed. Exclusive breastfeeding for 6 months confers several benefits to infant and the mother. Chief among these is the protective effect against gastrointestinal infection, which is observed not only in developing but also in industrialized countries. According to the WHO, growth standards, children who are exclusively breastfed have more rapid growth in the first 6 months of life than other infants. By the age of 6 months, a baby has usually at least doubled his or her weight and is becoming more active. Exclusive breastfeeding is no longer sufficient to meet all the energy and nutrient needs by itself, and thus complementary food should be introduced to make up the difference. Second is continue frequent on demand breastfeeding until 2 years of age or beyond. Breastfeeding should continue with the complementary feeding up to 2 years of age or beyond, and it should be on demand as often as the child wants. Breast milk can provide one half or more of the child energy need between 6 and 12 months of age, and one third of the energy need and other high quality nutrients between 12 to 24 months. Breast milk is a critical source of energy and nutrients during illness and reduces mortality among children who are malnourished. Third is practice responsive feeding, applying the principle of psychosocial care. Optimum complementary feeding depends not only on what it is fed, but also on how, when, where, and by whom a child is being fed. Behavioral studies have revealed that a casual style of feeding predominates in some population. Young children are left to feed themselves, and encouragement to eat is rarely observed. The term responsive feeding is used to describe a caregiving that applies the principle of psychosocial care. A responsive feeding says feed the child or infant directly and assist older children when they feed themselves. Feed slowly and patiently and encourage children to eat but do not force them. Second, experiment. If children refuse many foods, experiment with different food combinations, taste, textures, and methods of encouragement. Third is minimize. Minimize distraction during meals if the child loses interest easily. Fourth, remember. Remember that feeding times are period of learning and love. Talk to children during feeding with eye to eye contact. Then it's practice good hygiene and proper food handling. Complementary feed generally reaches to microbial contamination of complementary feed is a major cause of diarrheal disease, which is particularly common in children from 6 to 12 months. Safe preparation and storage of complementary food can prevent and reduce the risk of diarrhea. The use of bottle with teats to feed liquid is more likely to result in transmission of infection than the use of cups and should be avoided. 5 keys to safer foods. Keep the food clean. Separate raw and cooked food. Cook thoroughly. Keep food at safe temperature. Use safe water and raw materials. Then it's start at 6 months of age with small amount of food and increase the quantity as the child gets older while maintaining frequent breastfeeding. The overall quantity of food is usually measured for the convenience according to the amount of energy, that is the number of kilocalories that child needs. Other nutrients are equally important and are either part of the or must be added to the staple food. When complementary food is first introduced, a child tends to breastfeed less often and his or her intake of breast milk decreases. So the food effectively displaces breast milk. Thus, child should be encouraged to have breast milk more often because decrease in breastfeeding becomes an important cause of malnutrition among children. Then it's gradually increase food consistency and variety as infant grows older and adapting to infant's requirements and ability. The most suitable consistency for an infant or young child's food depends upon age and his or her neuromuscular development. Beginning at 6 months, an infant can eat pureed, mashed, or semi solid foods. By 8 months, most infants can also eat finger foods. By 12 months, most children can eat the same type of food as consumed by the rest of the family. A good complementary foods are rich in energy, protein, and micronutrients, particularly iron, zinc, calcium, vitamin A, vitamin C, and folate. Are not spicy and salty, easy for the child to eat, liked by the child, locally available and affordable. Then it's gradually increase the number of times that the child is fed complementary food as the child gets older. As the child gets older and needs a large quantity of food each day, the food needs to be divided into larger number of meals. The number of meals that an infant or a young child needs in a day depends upon how much energy the child needs to cover the energy gap, the amount that a child can eat at one meal, the energy density of food offered. Then it's feed a variety of nutrient-rich foods to ensure that all nutrient needs are met. Complementary food should provide sufficient energy, protein, and micronutrients to cover a child energy and nutrient gap so that together with breast milk, they meet all his or her needs. The basic ingredient of complementary food is usually the local staple one. Then there are some tips. Relax while feeding your baby. Only one food should be introduced at a time. Offer homemade local family food. Avoid spices and chilies. Food should be served to your child on a separate plate or in a bowl when he or she is 1 year old. Never force feed the child. Each meal must be made energy dense by adding sugar, jaggery, and ghee or butter. Food can be enriched by fermentation and germination. Always wash your hands before feeding and preparing food for the baby. Iron rich foods like jaggery, dates, peanuts, green leafy vegetables like methi, radish leaves, etc., soybean, iodine, salt, vitamin A enriched foods such as yellow and orange fruits and vegetables like papaya, carrot, green leafy vegetables, milk and milk products are to be encouraged. Iron, vitamin A, and iodine are very important for the development of brain as well as for the child growth. Zinc helps to prevent illness. Vitamin A contributes to healthy eyes and brain development and prevent illness. Best sources are animal foods, fish, liver, egg, milk, and milk products. In a vegetarian diet, the foods rich in vitamin A are sweet potatoes, carrot, yellow pumpkin, spinach, fenugreek, sarson, that is mustard, parval, papaya, muskmelon, orange, sweet lime, and mango. Guide on food safety and personal hygiene in a complementary feeding. The chances of diarrhea among the 6 months to 2 years old children are higher. Thus, the food safety and personal hygiene plays an important role while feeding the child. Washing your hands all is mandatory after cleaning child's bottom, after using toilet, before preparing food, before cooking, and even before feeding the baby. Always cover your water jar. Always drink safe water from safe source or boiled one. Always cover food. Keep your home and surrounding clean. Now, it's a short video on guiding about complementary feeding.
Is there no sound in this, beta?
Sorry, sir.
There is no sound, beta. Is it without sound?
No, sir, it's with the sound. Let me check.
Please, it's without sound, beta.
Okay, sir, I'm checking.
चीजें भी देना
Sir, is it audible
Is
now?
it okay? Is it okay? Now it's okay.
Okay, sir.
नवजात शिशु को पहले 6 महीने तक माँ के दूध से सारा जरूरी पोषण मिल जाता है, पर जैसे जैसे बच्चा बड़ा होता है उसकी पोषण की आवश्यकता भी बढ़ती जाती है। 6 महीने से 2 साल तक माँ के दूध के साथ साथ बच्चों को अन्य खाद्य चीजें भी देना आवश्यक है। कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री भोजन देते समय खाद्य सुरक्षा के इन पहलुओं का विशेष ध्यान रखना चाहिए। खाना बनाने के लिए इस्तेमाल की जाने वाली सामग्री को अच्छे से धो लें, जैसे दाल, चावल, सब्जी, फल इत्यादि। बच्चे को उबला हुआ पानी ही देना चाहिए और उसके भोजन को भी उबले हुए पानी से ही तैयार करना चाहिए। भोजन बनाने और खाने से पहले माता पिता और बच्चों के हाथों को साबुन से धोना चाहिए। ये कीटाणुओं द्वारा भोजन के दूषण व उससे बच्चों में होने वाले दस्त या डायरिया से बचाने का सबसे अच्छा तरीका है। जहाँ तक संभव हो बच्चों को ताज़ा खाना ही दें। साफ बर्तन के इस्तेमाल करने से भोजन में कीटाणुओं की रोकथाम की जा सकती है। बच्चों को दूध पिलाने के लिए साफ कटोरी और चम्मच का इस्तेमाल करिए। इन बातों का रखो ध्यान ताकि बच्चे रहें स्वस्थ और खुशहाल। फूड सेफ्टी एंड स्टैंडर्ड्स अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया द्वारा जनहित में जारी।
Complementary feeding guide. What food to give and why and how to give the foods. Breast milk. Continue to provide energy and high quality nutrients up to 23 months. Staple foods provide energy, some protein, cereals, and vitamins. Examples include cereals, rice, wheat, maize, millet, quinoa, fruits like cassava, yam, and potatoes, and starchy foods like plantain and breadfruit. Animal source foods provide high quality protein, heme iron, zinc, and vitamins. Example liver, red meat, chicken, fish, eggs. Milk products provide protein, energy, most vitamins, especially vitamin A, folate, and calcium. How to give the foods? From infants 6 to 11 months, continue breastfeeding. Give adequate serving of thick porridge made of maize, cassava, millet. Add milk, soy, groundnuts, or sugar. Mixtures of pureed foods made up of matoke, potatoes, cassava, posho, of maize or millets or rice. Mix with fish, beans, or pounded groundnuts. Add green vegetables. Give nutritious snacks like egg, banana, bread, papaya, avocado, mango, other fruits, yogurt, milk and milk puddings, biscuits or crackers, bread or chapati with butter, margarine, groundnut paste, or honey, bean cakes, cooked potatoes. Green leafy vegetables and orange colored vegetables provide vitamin A, vitamin C, and folate. Examples include spinach, broccoli, chard, carrots, pumpkin, sweet potatoes. Pulses provide proteins of medium quality, energy, iron. Examples chickpeas, lentil, cowpeas, black eyed peas, kidney beans, lima beans. Oils and fat provides energy and essential fatty acids. Examples oils preferably soy or rapeseed oil, margarine, butter or lard. Seeds provide energy. Example groundnut paste or other nuts paste, soaked or germinated seeds such as pumpkin, sunflower, melon, sesame. How to feed children 12 to 23 months? Continue breastfeeding. Give adequate serving of mixtures of mashed or finely cut family food made up of matoke, potatoes, cassava, posho, maize or millets or rice. Mix with fish or beans or pounded groundnuts. Add green leafy vegetables. Thick porridge made of maize, cassava, millets. Adds milk, soy, groundnuts or sugar. Give nutritious snacks. Example banana, bread, papaya, avocado, mango, and other fruits, yogurts, milk and milk puddings, biscuit or crackers, bread or chapati with butter, margarine, groundnut paste, or honey, bean cakes, cooked potatoes. A reminder food rich in iron include liver, any type organ meat, flesh of animals, especially red meat, flesh of birds, especially dark meat, food fortified with iron. Foods rich in vitamin A include liver, any type, red palm oil, egg yolk, orange colored fruits and vegetables, dark green vegetables. Food rich in zinc include liver, organ meat, food prepared with blood, flesh of animals, birds, fish, shellfish, egg yolk. Foods rich in calcium include milk or milk products, small fish with bones. Food rich in vitamin C include fresh fruit, tomatoes, peppers, green, red, yellow, green leafy vegetables. Now it's a small video including weaning foods recipes. So thank you, sir. पोषण स्वास्थ्य मानव अधिकार ना हो कोई कुपोषण का शिकार. Thank you, sir, for giving me an opportunity to share my information.
Thank you very much. Very kind of you, beta. Very kind of you. It was really nice, Avantika. Thanks for
Thank you,
your
sir.
valuable inputs, and we are proud of your teachers. We are proud of particularly Dr. Ritu Pradhan ma'am for having discussed with you, and you gave such an informative insight. Nutrition is very, very important for all of us. चित्रा मैम, चित्रा कपूर के दो क्वेश्चन है. What particular fruits to be given to babies? And number two, infant cannot take wheats in the form of roti. So how to give them cereals?
So, fruits basically that are orange and pigmented fruit because it
Ah,
contains vitamin A.
yes, yes. Okay, okay.
And so, wheat, it can be given in the cereals can be given in a pureed forms or we call mashed forms or in the
Mashed
form of
form.
khichdi.
Okay, okay. Great, great, great. So what would you like to tell the younger generation, particularly to stay healthy, to stay happy, and as we are crossing over 2020 to 2021, what message would you like to give to youngsters?
So, being a youngster myself, I would say.
Yes. Okay, to your fellow colleagues.
So actually, the thing is, when it comes to a healthy diet, we
Yeah.
youngsters seriously cannot avoid junk foods at all. But we can have some cheat diets at times, but we also have to think about eating right and in right quantity,
Okay.
importantly.
Okay. Your other colleague who had come on nutrition today, Rajinder Kaur, she was also thinking and she was telling you think what you eat. That was also on spices and everything. Very interesting. All of you are doing great job on nutrition. And Avantika, our best wishes to you. May God bless you. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay fine. And wishing you a very, very happy 2021 for yourself. God bless. Stay safe. And regards to
Thank
your
you, sir.
family and
Same to you.
everybody.